I'm often asked, guys, what's the next action step? But I need to tell you this morning, here's the action step. I don't want to hide this from you. I want you to really comprehend it. So I'm in New Jersey. We had a wonderful time last night. You saw little Sebastian. He reminds me of little Justin. Um, he is Ali's son, and ME Studios is right there by a big area, guys. When I say big, I'm talking about Tyler Perry Studios big, and that used to be a military base around the corner. I'm not too far from it, and they literally are set up for success because Netflix is coming right there. They've already purchased the land. They're coming, and to be frank with you, streaming services are the big deal now. It was going towards podcasts. Now you can see things going towards Roku and all those different things. Everyone's getting their own show. My question is, what about you? What are you doing? If you've just been sitting here and enjoying the ride, it's not a movie. It's not a television show. It's none of those things. Actually, it is a movie. It is a television show. That's my little secret that most of you don't really realize. I will be telling this story, but you're a part of the story. You've actually earned your ticket. You earned your right to talk about the story. It doesn't matter to me if you do talk about it or not. As you can see, I'm going to succeed with or without your knowledge or without you saying anything about it. However, I need you to take this gem with you, especially those that have been here 4 years, 4.5 years, almost 5 years. You guys know the real truth. We started from nothing, literally nothing. We started from a will to want to be around one another, a will to want to help one another, a will to want to go ahead and cover one another. My job as the person who had the money was to invest in things. And if it didn't go right for the rest of the team, I made sure that you didn't get hurt in the process. That was the whole goal in the very beginning. For that to roll out and become what it's become. Yeah, we do health and wellness. I did health and wellness when people didn't understand Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I taught it. You can go into Vimeos. I got plenty of them in the room. You can just scroll up and say Bitcoin or say Auto BTC Builder or say whatever you want to say, and it'll show you me teaching you about Bitcoin. But the problem, an opportunity becomes, if you don't retain what I tell you, then it's a waste of my time. And so I decided, well, God actually drove me in that direction. He said, why don't you start from the basics? How did you get here? What helped you? Well, health and wellness. Without health and wellness, guys, I wouldn't even be a breathing body speaking to you. So I wanted to tell you my real story. So then this became a storytelling situation over the last 3 years. And really, truthfully, if you don't tell your story, I don't see you succeeding. If you don't tell the struggles that you've gone through in your life and what God has brought you from, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to give you some examples. Like Raphael has a testimony to tell. Many of you have a testimony to tell. Ralph's is a little different, but I told him this before. You got to tell that testimony. And the reason is simple. God won't let, I had to tell mine. Do you guys think it was easy for me to sit here and talk about, homelessness all the time? It may have felt like, oh man, he's talking to Ignazian, but let me be frank with you. Before you, I kept it all to myself, other than the moments that God would give me to speak to this homeless person over here, that homeless person over there, or that homeless group. Never had I spoken it at a church. And now I've said it thousands upon thousands of times. And you see a book come from it and all these other things. No more hiding. I don't care what your truth is, it's yours. And that truth is your testimony. Now, this is what God does, and I'll make it simple for you. He hides your blessing behind your truth. I'll say that one more time. God hides your blessing behind your truth. And every day that you wake up and you fail to tell your truth, that becomes the problem. You saw the movie Concussion, or you saw the reel on it. Tell the truth. It may hurt. It may not make you feel good, but trust me when I say your blessing is behind your truth. Now we've rolled out into TV 111, right? 1 on Roku. And honestly, guys, I'm one of the master builders of it, which means for only $300 a month, you can actually have your own show on Roku. Now, we're going to coach you up to that, but literally you can have your own show, $300 a month. You will invest in that because there's no way in the world. First off, let me tell you the truth. You ain't getting TV for $300 a month. You're not doing it, right? And I'm giving you an access point where you can. You have to be the visionary. You have to be the person that says, I'll invest $3,600 in that first year just to see how I do. Because once you put that information out there, once people get to know your story and see who you are and hear from you, then you become transactional, because those folks begin to listen to you, follow you, and do. That's how it works. You can't cheat that. I've got 3 podcasts. I got to do a bunch of bookings for podcasts once we're done. Everything went well with the PR. We are white labeling PR now, which basically means we're now, Diamond VIP is a PR conglomerate. So now we got PR, we got podcasts, we got books, and we got TV. And all of that started 4.5 years ago from trust. Just trust. So if you don't trust yourself and you don't trust the words that are coming out of my mouth, I promise you, you will not prosper. But if you begin to trust, you will begin to prosper, because guess what? This is a trust network. I couldn't cheat the trust, neither can you. God bless you. Love you to life. See you on the other side. Can't wait to get back to my room over in Manhattan. Gonna hit that Uber. Gonna spend some time with Bishop. Just how God has unfolded this whole thing. The gentleman that I put in the room, Vernon has 200,000. You heard it correct. And he was an original in Diamond VIP 4.5, 5 years ago. Why? Because he was my barber in Cincinnati. He went on to do some helping hand stuff with the kids and those that were autistic. And guess what happened after that? If you look him up, he has 200,000 followers. I bet you he can translate that into transactions better than you can. And then I had, James Spice Curry. He's coming over from Sugar Hill Gang. So we're actually going to be talking tomorrow, right? He's coming over to spend some time with me, because these relationships have happened organically, guys. Then I got Bishop coming. We're going to spend 24 hours together. That's going to be amazing. You're going to get Diamond VIP in the flesh, the real truth in the flesh. Now what? And then we had a nice conversation with Mixmaster Ice from UTFO. This is my off time. This is what off looks like. But it's only because I planted those seeds early. You got to start planting those seeds. If you haven't planted seeds up until now, this train is going to roll you over. But I need you to plant them, because you can catch up. You're a part of this if you want to be. God bless you. Love you to life. See you on the other side. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.